Okay, and there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Focus Group. This is the 20th day of February. The year is 2023. Leo ni Monday. Wale ambao wanasema Monday Blues. Tunataka kusikia jinsi ambavyo weekend ilikuwa. And it is 6 days after Valentine's. Wale ambao walienda men's conference, tafadhali, please share the notes. We'd like to be part of that society and community as well. Tusiachwe nyuma, manake tumegundua kuna makosa fulani madogo ambazo bado tunafanya hapa kama wanaume, lakini kumbe mawaidha yalipeanwa kule siku ambayo kulikuwa na men's conference. Ulikuwa wapi siku ya men's conference, Mr. Tuku?
Mimi nilikuwa tu around.
Na karibu sana katika show leo.
Asante sana. Nasikia uli engage in the bloody beef business over the weekend. Na tulikuwa tumeongea hii maneno. Sasa ninasikia tena uli engage in the bloody beef business.
Yeah, the bloody beef business. Kidogo over the weekend nilikuwa pale ambapo tuliweza kukutana na marafiki ambao walikuwa wameandaa kikao fulani kidogo. Bado tunasema shukrani sana kwa Bwana Javan Mbuga ambaye alitulika kule maeneo ya ilikuwa inaitwa Nkoroi, kule Rongai ndani, Ongata Rongai na ndani kabisa.
Nkoroi iko wapi?
Unafika Rongai na unapita Kiserian, sasa pale unaanza tu kuona homes. Pale ni si watu hivi wanaishi bana. That is, I think, it's the upcoming runda ya hiyo maeneo.
Na kuna butcheries huko na kuna slaughterhouse.
Sasa najua pale tunaelekea, lakini
ndio ili kuna slaughterhouse kule.
Ili hao mbuzi wao wamechinjwa na wamefanywa hiyo mambo. There must be a slaughterhouse somewhere, and we were not in any way financing the bloody beef.
Why were you having beef? We had this conversation last week. You see, the problem with Kenyans is especially you. You preach in water. At the back you're having double black of something else.
Hata wale ambao wanaenda kwenye altari tunasema they preach preach wine, but
wanatumia vitu zingine. Now, Mr. Sharon.
Yes, please.
How was the weekend?
The weekend was good.
What is trending? I've seen your hashtag for today.
Yeah.
Sijui nini watajaribu kutuambia. You're telling us it's hashtag the weekend rap.
Yeah, it's the weekend rap. We just try to catch on a little of a few topics that made headlines in the past week. Zingine ambazo pia zimekuja over the weekend. And just before we get into it, it's good to remind our followers that you can be part of the family by following us on our social media platforms, our social media handles. Tupate pale kwenye mtandao wa kijamii wa Facebook, Thuku Mwita Thuku, and Sharon Paul SP. Na tukirudi katika mtandao wa YouTube, tupate kwenye Sharon Paul Media. Sharon Paul Media, that is on YouTube, and Thuku Mwita Thuku. And still, as we go about the engagements of over the weekend, I met a few friends who have been really part of this growing platform. Now, walisema, SP bana, how can we chip in? How can we be part of your growing small family? Wakaniambia bana, jaribu leta jinsi ambavyo tunataka tuwasaidie. That's the reason why you are seeing our paybill number hapo kwenye screen. Whatever you have that you can share to support this growing baby. We are crawling kidogo, lakini baada ya muda si mrefu tutakuwa tunakimbia. Share, and we will be very happy to acknowledge whatever we shall be getting in terms of supporting this show. And that's why waliniambia boss bwana, hatutaki kutumia pesa kwa nini? Hii pesa mtatumia vibaya na Mwita. Tunataka pesa iende kwa account. Tunataka pesa iende kwa account ya nini? Ya kazi. That's the reason why tuko na your flyer ambayo iko hapo. Tafadhali be part of it. Whatever you have, we will highly appreciate. Ulikuwa unataka kusema kitu?
I was talking on the pay bill. And nilikuwa nataka maybe kidogo you explain to us what's your vision with this industry that you're trying to create up. So basically, just on a very brief statement, try and explain to us what the focus group is all about and where you're looking to maybe go ahead with it. What you're looking to achieve.
Yeah. The focus group, as we always call it, is our online TV show that we always try as much as we can to make sure that we bring it to you every day of the week. Hata kama itakuwa ni siku 4, siku 5, kama ni Monday to Saturday as well. We are coming forth to engage with our listeners, our viewers, wherever they are, trying to partner with some stakeholders and people who also would like to be part of the family. So as we grow, as we are, as at now, we are requesting for you to be part of this family, to subscribe, to follow us, and that's the reason why we keep on asking you to be part of the family by subscribing and following us. We are still a young baby, but we are growing. Going further, we are trying to make it a family kind of platform where we will be engaging more with our viewers and, as I said earlier, stakeholders who will be coming forth in terms of helping us broaden our viewership online, because you see, currently everything is going to the digital world, the online platform. So this is where we want to dwell. This is where we want to grow. We'll be part of stakeholders and associates who will be coming along to be part of us by marketing, bringing you very interesting focus group discussions, as well as marketing products and services for our clients who will be coming in. We already have a few, but kuna maswala kidogo ambayo tunafanya kabla tujakuja hewani now, and in a few days or a week too, tutakuwa tunakuja hewani nao. Unaweza ongezea kidogo pia as well, manake unajua tukiangalia katika hierarchy, wewe ndio mkurugenzi mkuu, mimi nikikufuata hapa in charge of media visibility.
Yeah. I think Mr. Sharon, you put it in a very good order. It is a good idea that you've come up with. Hopefully you're going to create something out of this, and for us to appreciate our viewers. I think it's only right that you tell us what the weekend wrap is all about. What do you have in store for us? What is
tukianza mambo na over the weekend and the weekend wrap, we're trying to touch on a few events that took place the previous week na over the weekend. Tuko na huyu mheshimiwa ambaye anaitwa Honorable Peter Salasia wa Mumias East. Kuna matamshi ambayo alitoa hapo kidogo, nikaona ameguzaguza watu.
First of all, ni Salasia ama ni Salasia?
Salasia.
Mimi namuitaga Salasia, sijui kwa nini.
But as long as tunajua ni nani ambayo you're making reference to. Yeah. So he was there on the podium. It was one of the rallies that the Babas fraternity had.
Yes.
And alikuja kwenye podium pale akasema, na wale vijana wadogodogo ambao pia waliweza kupata tikiti ya kuingia kwenye hivi viti vyeo vya uchaguzi.
Yes.
Waliingia pale kama hawana chochote.
Yes.
Na sasa wameanza kurusha matamshi mabaya ati wanatukana baba.
Yes.
Yeye mwenyewe alikuwa anaongelea Women Rep Bomet.
Yes.
Akasema bana, nitampachika dude mpaka anyamaze.
Hebu tutafutie hiyo soundbite. Cause huyu jamaa, first of all, Mr. Salasia, I think ako conflicted with the job description alipatiwa. Kidogo ni kama mimi nilikuwa fikiria ni influencer, kidogo na naona ni mbunge. Lakini he's a good guy. He's trying to make his wave. He's also trying to be relevant. I think catch up na hii kitu inaitwa politics. In Kenya you need to be either a comedian, not a so upright person upstairs to keep relevance in this field called politics.
Politics, you know.
And I think he's catching up really well.
Yeah, as he grows into this, it's his first time being there.
Yeah.
Unaona kama kidogo imekuja na surprise na it's all mixed reactions. He's there so much excited. Hata nimeona juzi hapa anasema ndipo anajifunza kuendesha gari bana. Nikashangaa mtu anajifunza kuendesha gari na a very powerful machine bana.
Yes. Unaona, there was a video going round. Of,
I'm looking for that soundbite as well. Tukipata, we will share with the director tuone kama tunaweza ipata ikuja hewani.
this what do you call it? The lung sticker that is normally sticked at the behind of the vehicle.
The L.
Yes. So this one person decided to put an L. Their first vehicle was a TX, and ilipatia watu a very big shock, having to see the person who's starting up life. Sio Vitz. Ni TX.
TX ni gari kubwa. Na ndio amesema hiyo ndio anajifunza nayo. Unaona, most of the people throughout this election, I think people decided to reshuffle the norm, the stereo thing that is always there. So basically, before, I think you could almost predict who's going to be your member of parliament, your councillor. People took a very different turn this time round. And Silasia, being maybe he was also trying to be a comedian in his the guy is always laughing. Anacheka kila chochote, he's ever laughing. He beat a very serious matter that needs some serious facial expression to be addressed. Atakuwa anacheka. But I think it's a total mixed reaction of excitement, shock. Unajua pia anapata hiyo culture shock kidogo kutoka pale alikuwa hadi pale yupo saizi. I think bado hajasink ati mimi ni mjumbe. Mimi ndio nimesimamia hii maeneo ambayo inaitwa Mumias East katika ndani ya gatuzi la Kakamega. Kidogo bado it's sinking. They're only 5 months into.
Yes. But actually 6 months.
6 months. You are talking about something. Continue.
You know this guy, and most of the politicians, I think this is his trademark. Now he's playing it quite well. Silasia MP wa Mumias. Unaona, he's playing it really well.
You are really mimicking him very well.
I do not know if this guy is trying to pick up something that will keep him relevant. Ama this is the way he's always been. I do not know. People in his constituency know him better than we do.
Tutakuwa tunamjua as time goes with the kind of engagements ambazo atakuwa nazo with the public, with his constituents, with the member of the parliament. So it's an open book for him. Acha ajaze hiyo kitabu yake. Then you wanted to add on something?
Yeah, I'm trying. Before we get to what he said, I want you to play this soundbite for the Kenyans kidogo, so they can hear and see if this is not made up stories.
Okay. Is it ready? I can bring
it's ready. You can play for the Kenyans.
Next week uko Kasarani tena.
Kidogo tu. Just listen.
Sasa nyinyi wale wabunge wakina Parashina, mbona mnataka kutoroka huko? Mtaacha kama hamuna county. Nyinyi msiache Ole Kina katembea peke yake. Alafu wale vijana vidogo ambao wanatusi baba, kuna kengine kalichaguliwa kama kana pesa kama Peter Salasia. Kanaitwa Toto. Kanaongea tu kwa baba, tena kaweka mimba next week huko Kasarani tena.
So that is Peter Salasia for you. So the guy said Toto is the women rep for, I think, for Bomet.
Yes.
And she's one of the people who did really well in the last elections. Not only did she win the election, she also got to get the nomination for UDA. And you know, especially for Bomet, in nominations, the UDA zilikuwa moto. I think
the ground was hot.
Yeah. I think nomination did.
And she's one of the youngest ever to be,
actually the youngest, not one of, she's the youngest to run for women rep, both nationally and in the county she was vying for. You know, you getting a UDA ticket nomination in Bomet, ulikuwa umeshinda hiyo kiti. People knew ulikuwa ushashinda
the moment you got a nomination.
Exactly.
Kwa kijalo tunasema hiyo umepata hiyo kiti nyalodia, yani it's gone and gone.
It's gone and gone. So I think she knew she was the women rep before she got to the national election.
Kidogo pia nimeona kama mambo na mapenzi yamemshika, alikuwa na huyu akaondoka, huyu mwingine akaondoka, sasa
kuna mwingine.
Pesa attracts people
and so many things. Sasa niliona watu pale wakisema ni kama anasukumiwa hii kitu anahagiwa amesimama hivi kama kama mkuki.
She's still young. Hii mambo ninampatia exposure, so hajatambua hii mambo sana. She's coming to the limelight, being on the glaring cameras and publicity kama ulivyo wako umezoea.
Yes.
Boss kidogo lazima itakushtua.
Sasa Silasia, I think the perfect match for Toto is Silasia. Na Silasia alisema atafanya kitu kama
alisema bana atamnyamazisha miezi 9 tusimwone.
Na I think Silasia with the comic he has, it's the best dawa for I think these two people should link up and Silasia is also a bachelor.
Yes,
presumed. He's also a bachelor. Na alisema atamweka kitu. So, I was looking at the photos zenye zilipigwa Toto when the proposal was coming along. Toto didn't even hug back. Hakurudisha mkono, alisimama hivi kidete.
Nini hii mambo imemshtua kidogo. Like you be given something but you don't even know how to appreciate back or what kind of reactions should you give. Zile za mimi sitaki kitu. Sasa unajua alikuwa hapo umesema alisimama kidete. Naona kazi yangu ni mzuri sana kwa
Kiswahili kitukuzwe. Umesikia kidete?
Kidete alisimama wima kama mkuki. Lakini haya ni mapenzi, tunawatakia kila laheri. Waendelee.
So what do you think shocked her first? The most, the election ama the proposal? What do you think was
the election process was a bit gradual. So even by the time alikuwa anapata hiki kiti chake cha women rep, she'd seen it coming.
Okay.
Though that shock and surprise, yes, ilimpiga kidogo, but ilikuwa inakuja. Lakini ya mapenzi bwana.
Ya mapenzi.
Hii nadhani ilimpeleka beyond 100%.
So now,
alishindwa afanyeni.
There's this lady who commented on a certain post that walieka ya Toto akiproposiwa. And the lady says she thinks this is the first time the proposer and the proposed are meeting. They've never met.
Wamekutana mara moja ni proposal.
Na jamaa akaamua kufanya ile kitu.
Sasa unajua pia watu wanasema there's no wasting time bana. Ukisha identify, ukasema ndio yule bana, shoot your shot. Chapa lugha bana. Ikiingiana well and good. Ikikatana bana, kuna next time.
Jamaa aliamua apige hii risasi. There's only 5 years left.
And getting back to bwana mheshimiwa Honorable Peter Salasia, vile unamuita
Salasia.
He ran on an independent ticket.
Yes.
And for now I think he's trying to see on how to grab a niche and where he can stay relevant in this political arena. So unaona kama the big wigs ndani ya Western wameanza kumleta karibu na ODM na nini Azimio. So I think however much mtu amekimbia na an independent party amefika kwenye bunge, you must now try to look for political relevance so that you can survive as it goes. You're asking that who whips him?
Yes, you see, Bona Sharon, winning an election is only a piece of the equation. It is one aspect in a very long story. So you winning the election, and then most especially you winning an election on an independent ticket. Silasia. Is it Salasia? I was watching that rally, and I could see most of the faces in the usual faces we are used to in politics. They were looking at this guy and wondering, kijana aliingililia wapi? You see, you could see the embarrassment first and thinking, kijana aliingililia wapi? So now, going on to your question, him winning on an independent ticket, that is one piece of the equation. Now he's in parliament. In parliament, there are so many things to be done. First of all, he needs someone to show him direction. He also needs someone to help him whip, what do you call them? Votes, not votes, to numbers in parliament. So basically, he will need to place certain bills. He needs to do some motions there. He will need people to back him up.
Yeah,
You understand?
I get you.
And for him to also stay relevant. You see, an independent ticket will only play wise once. He'll need to go back to the ballot, and he's quite young. Going back to the ballot, now when Alishinda have regrouped and started now planning, they have 5 years to plan. He has very little time to plan because he also needs to deliver for the people of Mumias.
Ako kazini lazima pia angalie post 2027.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people he took the ticket from have 5 years to plan. Hakuna kitu ingine wanafanya.
Washaanza mikakati
now. So now he's trying to align himself with the better option for him. And the better option for him here being the Azimio. You see Mumias and that part of the country.
Yeah, that is Kakamega and the entire western region.
Yes, is so much swayed with Raila as a person, not necessarily Azimio. And I think he aliketi tu akapiga hesabu zake na pia akaitwa na akina Oparanya, people who know politics better than he does. I'm not saying he doesn't know politics, but I mean.
There are those people, who have been there before him.
Who've been there before him. And I think they told him this is the way to go. And we know we are in opposition, but he party yetu huyu ndio anasema. Na ni vizuri ushikane na mtu mwenye anasema hii. You see, he's not vying for presidency. He's vying for a constituency. I've said it right. I'm getting better by day.
Yeah,
so basically, I think these people advised him and told him, I think aliangalia akaona, I need to roll with these people.
Yeah. For it's called political, for you to survive politically.
For you to survive politically, I need to roll with these people.
Yeah.
Unaona hata kwa vita ukienda, there's always the reason why you'll never see a single person going to war.
Yeah, you when you're going to war, lazima utakuwa na wale frontliners na
Yes.
An entire battalion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
kutoka watu wa communication, sharpshooters.
Exactly.
Yeah, we watch a lot of Western movies, so we can go to war virtually.
Yes.
So to put that on rest, Bwana Salasia, tukutakia kila laheri katika kufanya kazi kwako, but please tupatie results bwana. Ulisema Toto hataenda scot free.
Hata ndio mara nilikuwa nakwambia, he has 2 tasks hapa. Akona task ya kwanza delivering for
the Western people,
actually for Mumias people, and he also need to deliver for the rest of the country because he did make a promise. And as a politician, we expect we are putting him to task. We expect him to deliver. Hatutaki kuona, tunataka kuona Toto being blessed. Yes.
Tunawatakia kila laheri. Na kila kitu kitakuwa shwari. So I'm trying to look for another soundbite that I wanted us to share.
Maybe just tell us what it's about while you're looking for it.
Yeah. I'm not I think it was over the weekend. Kenya is a company. Na katika hii kampuni kuna wale ambao walipanda. Sasa wale ambao walipanda ndio watakuwa wa kwanza kuvuna. It's a company, and in every running of a company there are the majority shareholders and then the minority shareholders. So the soundbite they were still looking for should actually give us a very good a wrap of what you're looking for, but we are looking for it. So hii Kenya kukua kampuni with its majority shareholders and minority shareholders as well. Majority shareholders wamambiwa mlifanya kazi mzuri. Mlichagua huu mrengo, mlipanda mbegu, ni wakati wenu wa kuvuna, mtavuna. Kwa wale ambao walikuja kama wanaringaringa kidogo, pia hatutawaacha, lakini mtaweza kuvuna baada ya hawa wamevuna. Ile kidogo ambacho kitabaki ndicho ambacho mtachukua. This was a message that was passed over the weekend in Kericho County when the deputy president, His Excellency Bwana Gachagua, was addressing, I think it was a church congregation of the constituents who managed to be there. So the question going around is, as the sitting president and his deputy, they promised that it will not matter who voted for them. There will be equal distribution of resources, equal distribution in terms of development, equal distribution in terms of infrastructure, be it road, affordable housing. Hakutakuwepo na kule kugawa watu kwamba hawa ndio walikuwa watu wetu ambao walitupigia kura wa kwanza, acha tu waweze kudeal nao. Sio ati wale ambao hawakutupigia kura baada ya hawa kuweza kupata kufanikiwa zaidi ndipo tutakuwa tunawashughulikia. Bwana Mwita.
Yes, Bwana Sharon. I was looking for that video. I think you can try and look it for it as well.
Yeah.
Now, Bwana Sharon, Mr. The deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, is known for speaking his mind, or rather saying what most people think but cannot say. I will want to put Gachagua and Donald Trump, the former US president, on the same league. Because I would say, if you look at Donald Trump, most people hated him, but he still got to be the president because he was saying what
plain and raw.
Yes, what most people were thinking, but wouldn't say it loud. Now, coming back to Gachagua, Gachagua is saying what most people are thinking, but cannot say it loud. You get?
You just want you can unpair so that I can.
I've already. So now, you will see most people are thinking what Gachagua is saying. But now coming to as a country, I think the deputy president is out of order. Because when you say that now, or whatever you want to me, you see, most people will get what the deputy president is trying to say. But the layman like me will not understand what the deputy president is trying to say.
To pass across.
So me who did not vote for William Ruto somewhere in Nyanza, somewhere in Laikipia, we look at the statement and hear the statement the deputy president is saying, a very reckless statement by the way, and think, so mimi sitapata maendeleo sababu sikuvotia na
Gachagua.
Sikuvotia Gachagua. So that Mama Sharon in Homa Bay, that Mama Thuku in Laikipia will sit down and think, now where am I going? If I have to wait for SP who voted for Gachagua to get his share of development, where will I end up? Oh, you found the bite?
Yeah, I found the bite.
I think you played.
Let me just cut you a little, we can share it.
Mutaki kusikia mambo ya ile system na nini? Muka invest, mukapanda, mukapalilia, mukaweka mbolea, mukamwagilia maji, wakati ya kuvuna ndio huu. Na itakuwa namna hiyo. Najua wengine wananikashifu ati mimi nasema ati wale walipanda wavune kwanza. Iko makosa? Iko makosa? Hata hao watavuna lakini wangoje. Si wale walipanda ni wavune kwanza. Wakishavuna wavune ile tabaki kidogo, wale wakupanda waingie watafute huko nini ile itapatikana wachukue wakwende. Si iko namna hiyo? Na itakuwa namna hiyo. Ndio watu wakipiga kura waelewe hii kura ni kusema nini.
It's a long one, but that bit of wale walivuna kwanza ndio wale walipanda kwanza ndio watavuna. Wale hawakupanda watangoja kidogo, wakuje waangalie ile kidogo mimi mbaki wachukue wakwende ili waweze kuelewa hii kupiga kura ni nini. You can proceed
now. Mr. Sharon, you see what the deputy president, and I think what he was trying to mean is the appointments that are being distributed all over. But you see, for me, sitting here without that knowledge, will think that the president is addressing every other person who did not vote for the administration. This administration, to be precise. And I think this is a very wrong statement to make. This is statements you make in boardrooms when you're there with your colleagues who are in the same lineup. This is statements you make to other politicians, maybe who did not vote for you, in silence, in boardrooms, when the rest of the Kenyans are not watching. But you see, when you make such statements, when the Mama Mboga in somewhere in mashambani is watching and listening and have to maybe interpret whatever you're saying na aketi afikirie so mimi maendeleo nitawaipata lini.
Manake anajua maeneo yake
hawakuvutia
the current government.
The current government.
Yeah.
So when and to put it blunt like he put it, when I have to watch maybe Mama Sharon somewhere in Homa Bay, where this administration got is it 1%?
Alisema tulimpatia Oyeyo is a rat. Tulimpatia kura yetu yote ilikuwa inatoshana na panya.
So now you see your cousin who's not very versed with these political termings ama interpretations and askie this statement afikirie why am I leaving? See, let me just take my life and move to another country. Because basically, there is 5 years with this administration. You get? There is 5 years.
Yeah.
Within those 5 years, saizi ndio siasa imeanza. Hata saizi ndio hiyo administration imeanza kufanya kazi. Hata haija set up its affairs well.
Haijamaliza hata kufanya appointments.
So we are only 6 months from the time they got in. We have 5 years to go. This is the first year. Hata ndio iko halfway.
4 years and a half.
4 years and a half. Yeah. So ule mtu kwa Homa Bay anapiga hesabu. My brother, 4 years and a half
to go.
Na
tumeambiwa tutangoja wavune kwanza.
Yes.
It is a lot of in-depth interpretation so that you can really understand what the deputy president was saying. However, this could be taken on two extreme understanding on two extreme sides.
And that is why I said, Bora Sharon, these are statements you make in boardrooms.
Not
you see
coming out to the public.
Yes, because you see, I, as a person, understand what the deputy president was trying to say. The deputy president was addressing people who are looking for appointments. Basically, these are politicians. These are very well-up people. He wasn't addressing the layman like me and the other person. But when you say it out loud and put it into context of a company and shareholding, you get? The person in Nanyuki, the person in Kericho who did not attend that meeting and probably did not vote for this administration will going to get the information in a very different level. Yeah, ndio hiyo hebu tuweke kidogo.
I really wanted
kuna wanyaka sisi lazima tungeangalia nyinyi. Hii serikali ni kampuni.
Yes.
Na ni ya shares. Si ndio? Ni ya shares. Kuna wenye kampuni, wale wako na shares mingi, kuna wale wako na chache, kuna wale hawana. Sasa nyinyi
you see, we are going to talk the deputy president was speaking in Kericho. Now you see, ule mkulima wa majani chai. Exactly. Sitarudia. Hiyo wa Kericho. Anajua kampuni ya majani chai. Na anajua shareholders ni wenye wako ndani ya hiyo kampuni. Ndani hiyo kampuni. So mtu yuko ndani hiyo kampuni ako nje. You understand? So when you put it in that context, kuna ule mkulima atafikiria kama hii ni kampuni na mwenye anafaidika ni mwenye ako na shares. Kwa hivyo mimi niko nje. Mimi niko nje sitafaidika hapa. But then again you see what the deputy president is saying is quite it's logic. He's saying that you who's looking for appointment you're not going to get appointments here. You're going to get appointments after the people who fought for this administration have already gotten their share. You get? Wakishavuna. But then again you see, it is a very dangerous comment because sasa mimi mwenye si understand what he's saying is going to interpret it in my own version. And my own version is saying that Mimi, as a Kenyan who did not vote for this administration, is only going to wait up until 5 years are done for me to get my fair share. My share. This is not fair because I'm not getting anything. So basically, I gave my opinion through a vote. And that vote is going to punish me.
And now, when the president was in Homa Bay the other day, he toured almost a bigger part of Nyanza. It also comes with a contradicting phrase from what the president was saying. The president was saying, muwe mlinipigia kura mkanipatia uyeyo. Mimi nishakuja hapa kwanza kuvumbua miradi, the projects, affordable housing, and he talked about completing some roads, building the pie in Homa Bay. In Siaya, he promised them, I think, a very big complex for a laboratory or something, an education center, something of the sort. So you see, the president is trying to say, alipigiwa kura na wananchi milioni 8 kitu. Wale ambao wakumpigia, hayo yote yamepita. Sasa ni wakati wa kufanya kazi. I will work with everybody. Hiyo ulinipigia kura, hukunipigia. Kufika over the weekend, the deputy president is there with this phrase, which I really feel it's very dangerous. Yeah. So we can dwell in this for a long time, but we can give it to you as a food for thought. Think about it. Whatever best way you want to interpret it, let's keep it rolling. Share it on our comments where we are going live. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Sharon Paul SP, that is Facebook, Thuku Mwita Thuku. On Twitter, leave those comments. We'd like to get to know how the conversations are going and how best we can engage with you. Thuku Mwita Thuku as well on YouTube, right?
Yes.
And Sharon Paul SP. Hapa katika mtandao kuna jamaa ambaye amekusalamia haswa jina lako wewe, amesema this guy Mwita Thuku and his young brother SP. So keep talking, because when we stop, then kaboom, everything will go the highway.
Yes.
That is Javan Muga, a very good friend of mine who invited us over the weekend. I even talked to tulipiga simu.
Yes.
Tuko hapo na Lihanda Isaac.
Yes. Itwa Aizo
mwenyewe amekuwa family member sasa.
Hiyo ni kijana kwanza ya Silasia. ni member, ni a constituent.
Kwa hiyo ni constituent wa Mumias East.
Ni mtu wa Silasia.
Shukran sana ni bwana Lehanda Isaac, Mr. Aizo. Tuko hapa na Nelly Noel Anyango, rafiki yangu sana kutoka Gatuzi la Homa Bay. Kuna kitu ambacho amesema hapo, and hii tutapiga gumzo baada ya show, tuone vile ambavyo tunaweza saidiana. Na wengi wale ambao tumeweza kuwa nao hapo, nimeona Kakai Wasilwa yuko ndani, Walton Reid, Bobby Javan, anaitwa huyu Georgiadis Odondi, majina nayo. Tuko hapa na George Omondi Wododira, tuko na Harrison Bahati, kijana ambaye Kiswahili chake bwana kachanipa sana, kazi ngumu hata kusoma yale maandiko ambayo anafanya pale kwenye mtandao wa kijamii.
Fazul.
Huyu anaitwa Bahati Harrison, is a good friend of mine. Eric Okelo yuko hapo, tuko hapo na Wodmin Yeke, Morris Amek yuko ndani, Otieno Anyango, pamoja na huyu ni Abiswa Maarifa. Abiswa Maarifa ni kijana wangu fulani yako maeneo ya pwani kule. Chochote ambacho wamesema kutoka maeneo yako hapo? Anything?
Sasa kuna kitu hapa ninataka kuangalia. Na iwe inaitwa aje? Kukanya mtu.
Iwe onyo. Kwako
na wengine kutoka Homa Bay. Hatutaki mzungumzo ambazo hatu understand kwa hizi comment section.
That's why I'm here.
Sababu looking at this very beautiful lady, Nelly Anyango. Nelly, siongea hata mimi nisikie. Najaribu kucheka lakini sicheki sababu nashindwa, naweza cheka uniambie ulikuwa unataka kunipiga. Lakini these are beautiful people. I told you I'm more famous in Homa Bay than you are.
Yeah, yesterday I was meeting my friends from Homa Bay and everybody bora kunisalamia na nizo bana, wapi Thuku Mwita?
Hari Thuku, nisikia ninaitwa Hari Thuku.
Unaitwa Hari Thuku. Noela, Nelly, tuko pamoja. Nimekuona na kidogo tu tutakuwa tunaongea zaidi mambo hayo. Now, moving on to our next topic, just to give it a wrap. The other time we talked about the bloody beef.
Yes.
This bloody beef was this beef that for it to reach some people's table, some people have to shed blood. And we said, let's stop this killing. It's something that is happening along the Northern Corridor, West Pokot. It's very bad. And then now, katika yale mikakati ambayo serikali ilikuwa inafanya. Even the cabinet secretary for defense is the Honorable Eden Duale aligazette the deployment of the KDF to support the Kenya Police katika hiyo maeneo. Sasa kile ambacho tulikuwa tunajaribu kuangalia after them being deployed to the bandit zone, there has been a lot of discussions of is it legal, is it constitutional, and then now the other biggest question that I really wished Java Numuga and Felix Boss could be here to help us crack this.
Actually, I'm trying to look for Felix because Felix would be in a more informed position to tell us about the Sharias around deployment of our security forces. But Sharon, first of all, I think the need for our soldiers in those areas was very much needed. It's only that a government runs in a certain way. You see, if you're going to deploy any officers, especially our KDF, you will need a vote from the parliament. And I think that part was overlooked. And the reason why you do not go using our security forces, that is the KDF, it's simply because the next time, you see, for this time, it's a very legit security issue that needed their help. But the next time you will have someone wants to misuse these people called the KDF, then it will be very easy for them to do that.
Yeah, but I saw, sorry to cut you, I saw, did I read it or I watched it somewhere, that what the KDF is doing, they are going to help the Kenya Police. So they actually did not need the parliament approval that now sasa wameondoka wanaenda kusaidia kule. I think that there are some two clauses. I ought to have researched a little bit on it, but we came live before I could
you see, Mr. Sharon, what you're trying to say, nobody is saying deploying the KDF was wrong. Deploying the KDF was the most important thing that needed to be done right now. Because these bandits are going overboard with this. All we are saying is, I know the KDF will work under the police. But Mr. Sharon, you being a policeman and me carrying a gun and then working with you, me as a civilian, holding an unlicensed gun, then working with you. I'm trying to give you
a scenario
here.
Yeah, I'm a literature student.
I'm a Mr. Felix boss now. Let me put it with Mr. Felix where he mekata. He do not look like a policeman. So Mimi working with Felix, who is a policeman who's on the right carrying a weapon.
Yeah, that is a very senior security personnel.
Yes. So it is like us walking on the street. Then me walking with an AK-47 and putting my arguments that there is insecurity in town na niko na polisi hapa mwenye ako licensed kukuwa na bunduki. So me walking with them makes it right. It does not make it right.
No.
You get?
I get.
You get my point?
I get your point.
Simply, you working with a policeman who's licensed to carry a gun and you who's not licensed to carry a gun, lakini umeweka AK-47 hapa kwa shingo umetembea nayo town.
So alafu just what I need, you who is a civilian with this unlicensed gun, wewe unataka
kupiga mtu risasi.
Unataka kupiga mtu risasi alafu pia unataka now this case study, now we have Felix. Felix is taking I know he's taking commands from you.
Yes.
That sasa hapa we can open fire, hapa we cannot open fire.
Exactly.
The biggest question that I was actually coming to, who should be like leading this operation? Should be the Kenya Police answering to the KDF, or it should be the KDF answering to the Kenya Police? Because what we have as at now, the Kenya Defense Forces, wale ambao wako huko watakuwa wana answer to the Kenya Police.
Mr. Sharon, you're asking the wrong question. You see, these are two people with different jurisdictions. Anything that happens within our borders is within the police jurisdiction. You see, these bandits, by nationality, they are Kenyans. So basically, they should be dealt with by the police. But then now, with the kind of weapons they have and the kind of the force they are coming with, with the police the government was forced to call in the soldiers. The soldiers acting on Kenyan soil is not illegal.
Very legal.
What is illegal is them going without the permission or the approval of the parliament. You get?
Yeah, and that's what I'm telling you. There's a clause that I think when I was watching news the other time, wakasema it is not going to be a Kenya Defence Force operation. They are going to help the Kenya police. That is why they didn't need a parliamentary approval.
Now, put it in like that. I'm not very versed with the clause you're talking about, but them acting under the police, I do not think it's the issue. Although those chain of commands is very necessary when it comes to the discipline forces.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think the question that in this conversation that we are having, when the opposition leader is more concerned about is the deployment of the haste deployment of the KDF without the permission of the parliament. Because the next time you're going to have Sharon is needed by the KDF, we are also going to place the same explanation that we placed in this. This is also urgent that
we need the KDF.
We need the KDF.
Yeah.
You see, we've seen in multiple times where our parliament have gone over and beyond, especially when it works most appropriate for them, working until midnight. I don't think anybody would be opposed to sending the KDF to Turkana right now. It was very much needed. All that was needed was the parliament to meet. It did not matter if it is going to be Sanane Usiku and approve on this thing. You see, these sharias that are put within our constitution are very good.
Yeah,
they are good in this sense. The next time we have an issue that is personal oriented, we have an issue that is not so much as the one we have in Turkana, and the president decides to send the KDF and decides to send the police in oversight of the KDF, it will not be an issue. Because we made an exemption of this, why not of that?
Exactly.
You understand?
So it will be like if we did this now, why not?
Why not this then? You understand?
Yeah. And something that just sprang in my mind. Let me you'll proceed. You remember when there was the Westgate attack? There was a total confusion of who is in charge and who is not in charge.
Exactly.
Almost all the forces were there.
Yeah.
And those people walked scot-free, like as if they just came for a shopping spree and walked.
Yeah.
They left very many Kenyans dead and hurt, but because there was not that organized operation.
You see, our KDF, you saw what happened at Westgate.
Yeah.
Waliingia hapo a few minutes, kesi ilikuwa imekaa sijui a siege that was there for how many hours. Ikaisha.
Yeah.
They are trained to handle
such kind of
situation. But you see, when they are handling it inland, within the borders, you see, Westgate, the collateral that will be there will be Kenyans.
Yeah.
You see? So the KDF, in most cases, wakitumwa mahali. Then unajua hapo mahali sio pazuri. And collateral will be inevitable.
Yeah.
There will be collateral. And that is why governments are so skeptical in sending their most high-ranked officers, those are the KDF, and in other places they are called something else, inland operations, because kunaweza kuwa na mauti imepatikana ambayo yenye tunaita collateral, nimeshindwa kuongea Kiswahili. Yenye tunaita collateral, it is inevitable. It's going to happen. You see? Because when you send the KDF, wanaenda kuchapa hii kazi wakiwa wameimaliza. Now, those collateral will be Kenyans in this case. And that is why you'll see that the parliament needs to evaluate these things. If we send these people to this area, what damage are we looking at? You get?
Yeah.
Because KDF training yao ikuwagi mchezo.
Yeah, I know. It's a very thorough. It's a very thorough.
Yes. If you send these people if you send these people in a certain estate and you're looking to finish something, be sure it is going to be eradicated. Itamalizwa.
There was that of not Baragoi. Was it Baragoi?
Yeah.
There's some two places that the KDF has always been sent. na wakiingia huko bana
Compared almost
kazi inafanywa
kazi inafanyika. There's a reason why you will see insecurity in Nairobi town that has gotten to levels unimaginable. But the KDF will not be deployed to such places.
Because that is not the area of
That is not their area of jurisdiction. So basically, I get the president's point. We need to deploy these people to finish this thing called banditry within this region. But you also need to look at what the opposition leader is talking about.
Yeah, which is very important.
It is equally important. You get?
Yeah.
So I think we leave this to
the experts.
Yeah. Not actually the experts, because the experts will do nothing in this case. The two people top there, the two principals,
they need to be advised.
Be advised.
That's why the experts come in.
But I think the point of advisory is way gone. So, we can only chambua this thing.
Yeah, but still on the same, I tried poking Felix, and I can see he said he's I've asked him actually. There's a puller that we had, the KDF versus the police service up and down easy bandit zone. Who will win and how is it going to be? Another comment. This is another very great fan of ours, Rapada Eric, Mr. Raps, karibu sana, tunasema shukran for tuning in. Now, as we move, I think we should be coming to now maybe winding. This is now matters civil service. Mr. Kinyua Joseph,
the genius.
Huyu mtu bana, iko serikali that can really wish him away.
You see, Mr. Sharon.
Mr. Kinyua Joseph is back to the State House.
Yes.
As previously worked as the head of civil service and
senior civil servant.
State House controller.
He also was the boss to the PSS. You know that?
Yeah,
PSS are also civil servants.
Civil servants, yeah.
And these people reported to him. And each and every other civil servant in this country was under him. He had two roles. One as a civil servant's head. The second one is the State House controller.
And he made a debut in this in 1997?
Sorry?
Aliingia 1997.
Yes, that
when,
is when
Moi was exiting.
Yeah, that is when he got into, not exiting, the last term.
The last term,
That is when he got into this civil service business.
And then Mwai Kibaki never wished him away.
Yes.
Uhuruto tena wakamchukua. Alafu tena sasa nimesikia
time ya Uhuru, that is when he got the supreme roles. Yes. Na sasa ninaona
he's back.
Anaitwa Mr. Fixer.
Nimesikia State House kuna, for lack of a better word, kuna nuka. He had to be brought back to fix.
To fix. You see, the same reason you see, what do you call them? Jeshi generals. What do you call Jeshi in Kizungu? Army generals.
If you ask me such kind of a simple question,
yes.
you make me go blank. Nikana kuuliza size that imagine it in English. You start thinking. Yes, proceed.
You see the reason why you see Mr. Karangi getting appointments all over? It is because they want to keep these people busy.
Yeah.
These are people with so many secrets. These are people with so much knowledge.
Yeah.
Mr. Kinyua single-handedly took these two roles.
And he played it so well.
And he did the perfect job.
Yeah.
And now the incumbent president, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, nasikiaga akitwa Bill by the spouse. Now, you see, he's worked with Mr. Kinyua before. You saw Mr. President was the second most powerful person in this country in the previous regime. He was the deputy president.
Yeah.
And he knows quite well what Mr. Kinyua is capable of doing. And Mr. Kinyua, I don't think tunaweza mkashifu. This man is well versed with his trade. Anajua vizuri sana what he did and what he's been called back to do.
Yeah, and that's why I think he walked with his head high.
Exactly.
Coming back to State House.
Yes.
The appointment is for how long? It's
I don't know. But I think it's for the whole term, the whole 5 years term. This is someone you cannot do away with. This is someone who knows how to to put the affairs of the government in check. And I think he's going to work. This is what I say. Please become something that you will be wanted. Do you know how proud Mr. Kenyua is? As much as you see him, he's aging. I don't think Mr. Kenyua is that old. Lakini zile kazi amepatiwa
zinamzeesha,
inampiga miaka juu ya miaka.
But I think also, sorry, for the good work that he did,
yes,
that's why he's been recalled. And I think to help them fix what is happening.
Yeah, ninasikia unga imekataa kushuka.
Wamesema the millers walisema bana, brace yourself for higher prices,
harder times.
Yeah, so,
but there's something Mr. CK alituambia. Suffer for 2 years, then the rest is kuwa mzuri, rather than tujiekelee burden za nimetoka huko burden za
horo aku
niko dira kwira no dira tho moka hora ndona kinya githwari ndiralia but tujiekelee hizi subsidies zote that we need to offload these extra amounts from fuel with subsidies. We need to offload these extra amounts za unga na subsidy, so to suffer for 2 years. Then the rest will be okay. There is a question you posed to CK when he made that comment. Now, who's willing to wait for 2 years?
We have suffered enough. Do we really need to wait to suffer for another 2 years?
Who's willing
to mniambie nini bei ya unga itashuka? The reason why we have this maandamano tayari yameanza, the anti-government protests. You see, when the government is checked and pushed, we won't wait for those 2 years.
Yes.
Government itaona kuna waka moto.
And you know why?
And we have to bring, even if the subsidizing thing will have to come back.
Yeah.
Boss, I'm telling you,
this
people
cartoon,
voted.
I saw this cartoon on one of the dailies whereby there was a vehicle kwa garage, and the leader of opposition, Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga, is trying to fix he's trying to fix this vehicle. Anajiuliza mbona hii gari ya maandamano ilikuwa so strong wakati wa Moi na wakati wa Uhuru, and is not so strong now wakati wa hii administration. But let me tell you something. The reason why you see Mr. Raila very hopeful when he's making rounds around the country, it's because he knows right now the burden is not so strong. If this thing is going, we are going to work with the CK's theory of suffering for 2 years as we embrace the next 3 years. Trust me, this vehicle is going to come four-wheeled. Itakuja na fujo ingine
four-wheel, all powered.
All powered.
Manake, for sasa, people are still weighing. Tuone, wamesema tunaenda. But it will reach a point that I think people are going to lose their patience. And that's how they always say revolution start. Now, I can see Bwana Director whispering that we should be winding.
Okay.
The last two, actually it's one, but we don't really need to discuss about this. But we also had matters from the religious spheres. The other day I saw Prophet Ezekiel sponsoring some kids to school. Kama kanisa pia imeanza to give back to the society.
Sorry?
Prophet Ezekiel. Had, I don't know, was it 1,200 or 1,600? Yeah, had a very good number of kids that he sponsored. Akasema wanalipia fee, I think from one to Form 4. Is this now the church giving back to the society or what? Because we are always used to, we are the ones who give to the church. And then on other spheres as well, we saw the God's chosen prophet of war.
Yes.
Aliponya vilema kweli kweli.
Unajua, there's something I'm trying to look at. Kuna hii kitu ambayo our boss alishare. Na akasema kidogo tu, I'm trying to get it. Uliona award ama ushaiona award akienda mahali, my friend?
Hey, the security details bwana.
Ushaimuona?
The security details pale bwana, si jokes bwana.
Sio jokes. So now ni okay. Facebook yangu imekataa kukuja hapo. So now when you looking ama when you trying to gather
just kidogo, I'm seeing it. Nabii War's grand entry to Bomet. Ujumbe ni kwamba while chasing heaven,
exactly,
remember to enjoy duniani pia bwana.
Kuenjoy hapa. Because you see,
If only there's a way I could flash this on the screen, but
I was actually trying to bring it for people to see. Maybe read it out loud so people can hear.
Nabii awards grand entry into Bomet. The vehicles ambazo ziko hapo ni ma V8 and above. Almost kama 10 na.
Yenye alikuwa nayo sio V8. Inaitwa Cadillac kama inaitwa GMC.
Sasa ndio nimesema V8 and above.
Yes.
Alafu this is an extract from what Gerald Bitok shared a day ago. Akasema ujumbe ni kwamba while chasing heaven,
yes,
remember to enjoy humu duniani.
Exactly. You can see the pastor who's looking for a way to go to heaven,
But
yeah,
ile mambo ambayo endelea.
Unaona. Next person aishi maisha mzuri. Wewe ni Mungu jina.